Welcome back to Chicago.
Thank you.
Jack and Brendan. When you see Chicago on the tour schedule, do you have great memories of playing gigs here and stuff you've done here?
I'm just glad we used to have to swim across Lake Michigan to get here.
It's really nice.
We were in the early days and we didn't have enough money, and now we get to ride in a bus here, so it's better.
Yeah. And playing
I love playing Chicago personally. Chicago's been super nice to me. I think maybe that's true about all Detroit artists. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I got a special thing going in Chicago, I think.
Playing in Lounge Acts and the Empty Bottle in the early days. I remember White Stripes. We slept in an abandoned room above Lounge Acts one night, and we've had a lot of good experiences here.
And I'm envious of you. Last year, you got to Wrigley Field and you got to do something really, really cool.
Yeah.
The scoreboard.
Yes.
Tell us the story.
We were just talking about the scoreboard, and happened to be friends with Rick, it's the owner, and it's like, wow, I just love that scoreboard so much. He goes, do you want to go see it? I said, are you kidding me? Wow, yes. And we went over and climbed up the ladder and got up inside, and then right then a home run was hit while we were standing there looking out the window, looking out the space of one of the numbers, and Tom Ricketts let me change the number. Myself, awesome. Which was such an amazing honor. And then as we were walking out, he handed me the number and let me have it and keep the iron number.
And you had it on stage at Lala, I believe.
Of course, yeah. I carried it. I slept with it that
night. Congrats on the new album.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, Help a Stranger. First in over a decade.
Yeah.
How do you know the timing is right to make another Raconteurs album?
Well, the lawyers usually call up.
Correct.
Saying the coffers are getting a little
We all have little phones, like a hotline, a Raconteurs hotline. It rings.
It's a copper phone.
Time to go to work, boys.
Mm-hmm. We don't. We just never really planned ahead. I never really planned ahead. So, I think the last time we made an album, we assumed we were probably going to make an album within the next couple of years, and things kind of kept getting pushed around, and we finally realized, wow, guys, it's been a long time since we've recorded. I think Third Man Records coming into its own took up a lot of my time and energy over the last decade, and I think that sort of made things get pushed back. But we all felt like we were still in the band together.
Do you come into it with a clean slate, or do you have material from other projects that didn't make those projects, and you brought them to the Raconteurs album?
Mostly a clean slate, I would say. I mean, there are a couple of some ideas banging around maybe. I mean, Jack did have a song called Shine the Light that he had recorded for his solo album, but thought it was more of a Raconteurs song, which I think it is too.
Yeah, it did sound like that.
Was the chemistry right there? Was
Absolutely not. No, that has to be constructed.
We have a therapist, a band therapist, and all that.
On site.
So
lawyers and
we're doing
therapists.
a documentary about it.
You seen that Metallica, some kind of monster movie or something like that. We have 3 of those guys.
Good to be the Raconteurs. Yeah. And the record opens with Born and Raised, which is a great table setter, in my opinion, for a record. But I read it almost didn't make the album.
It didn't. Patrick, our drummer, we had so many songs going, which was a good sign. You know, we have about 35 songs cooking, and I thought, wow, this feels really good. But guys, we got to start settling down on which ones we want to finish here. And that was a song that didn't have any vocals going on for it. And Patrick, our drummer, was begging us, please, guys, would you please try to finish that one, because that's one of my favorites.
He loved his drum part, I think.
I think that's what it was really. So we took a crack at it, and that day, and the first 2 things we came up with vocally seemed to work. And then once we were finished, like, well, I think we should start the album with that song. So it worked out.
Yeah, it really sets the record up very well. And you should be really proud of the album. And now tonight you're playing Riot Fest.
Yes.
Tonight, was there any kind of hesitation to when you're performing again that the audience for a Raconteurs album, and even rock, like authentic rock that you perform, would be there and still be there?
Yeah, I think over the years, things sort of go guitars, synthesizers. Rock and roll has been sort of pronounced dead a dozen times since the 50s, and so those kind of come in waves, and you never know what people are going to think the next time you're doing something. You can be in the studio thinking things are fine, but by the time the album comes out, the whole mood of everybody's changed. So you never know what's going on. You just do your best.
And there's not a lot of great rock and roll music out. I mean, that's maybe what you're kind of maybe the why there is such a kind of.
It needs like a new injection from youth, probably.
But like, there's a bunch of bands making records, that a bunch of new rock bands that I'm excited about. Yeah. Excited to hear. I think.
So maybe if there is a void there, it could lend in your favor.
Yeah,
Sure,
kinda,
yes.
Because
competition.
finally some
That's
rock.
how we planned it.
We
That's
got
what-
some rock and roll
Yes, exactly.
to listen to and enjoy. Help Us Stranger, the new record's out. You're playing Riot Fest tonight. Where is the Wrigley number? Do you have it in your house? Is it in
Oh yeah,
Nashville?
that's in my house. My house in Detroit. I keep
Detroit.
it there. Yeah, so it's closer to Chicago.
Gotcha.
As a matter of fact, we're going to the Cubs game before we go to the play tonight.
Right on.
Show, so first things first.
Well, thank you so much for your
Thanks
time.
for having us. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I want to give my pick to Cosmo.
Yeah. Cosmo, when you want to come up here?
Thank you guys.